Hey gorgeous people, and welcome back to another video. Now you already seen that magnificent thumbnail. You already read that beautiful title. So let's just get right into the video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe on the road to 4K. Help me get there. Help me win, y'all. So, everybody that knows me knows that I love the Rugrats and Care Bears. Okay, I love both of them franchises. So my husband found this video and he wanted me to do a blind reaction to it. So that's why I'm coming to y'all today. I'm doing a blind reaction on the Rugrats. Okay, y'all? So make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I know I said that. I'm kind of scared because he was like, this can change your whole perspective on the Rugrats or whatnot, but I love them. So like, I don't want to watch it, but I want to watch it. So I'm gonna watch it, y'all. So here we go, y'all. Okay, y'all. But my baby dad called me, and I thought it was gonna mess up the video, but it didn't. So I'm gonna push play and get back to it.
They're all dead, too. Yup, dead babies.
Wait a
The theory
minute,
begins with
what?
the death of Angelica's real mother from a heroin overdose. Her drug addiction affected Angelica, making her a crack baby, which would definitely explain her
What?
eccentricities
Oh,
and craziness. She got neglected.
That don't make no sense. What are you telling me right now? No. That is a lot. Like, I don't like these people because you take something so great and you turn it into crap because you want to assume stuff. I don't even want to finish watching it, but I'm going to keep going.
By her father Drew and her stepmom Charlotte, who's all about business, making money, and sponging off Drew's money. So Angelica created the babies to keep her company. Yeah, crazy, right? Her doll Cynthia, with jacked up hair and a tattered orange dress, is said to be a representation of her biological mother during her hospital stay before her death.
Oh,
did we mention
my
that this theory
gosh.
is disturbing? So now we have a poor kid who grew up with neglect and symptoms of drug dependence. How could things get any worse? Well, as mentioned, Angelica created the imaginary babies based on real babies who died or were taken away in different circumstances.
Oh.
Tommy was stillborn. This made Stu, his father, go into overdrive making toys and kitty stuff, trying to compensate for his son. Not sure if you remember that one popular scene, which is now a meme actually, where Dee Dee comes into the kitchen at 4 in the morning asking Stu what he's doing, to which he replies, making chocolate pudding. And she's like, it's 4 o'clock in the morning. Why on earth are you making chocolate pudding? And he replies,
because I've lost control of my life.
We've all been there, let's admit it. But pairing it with this theory gives it an uncomfortable explanation as to the motive behind his 4 a.m. chocolate pudding adventures. Is it a middle-aged man generally unhappy with his life? Or a man grappling with the loss of his stillborn son? You tell me. Chucky.
Bro, don't tell me. I'm really getting aggravated because, oh my gosh. Of course it's making sense, y'all. They plan it out so it can make sense. But I'm just, why mess up my childhood of this great franchise? And I'm gonna beat up my husband when he get home.
He is said to have died in a car accident with his mother, causing his father, Chaz, to fall into depression and become a nervous wreck after the incident. To snap out of his depression and get better, he visited Paris, obeying that popular maxim, to see Paris and die. Trying to take advantage of the city's reputation as one of the most romantic places on earth, he tried to ignite a relationship with a lady, Coco, but she turned out to be a gold digger, so it didn't work. Afterwards, Chaz met a Japanese woman, Kira, while still in Paris. She was a sex worker and a drug addict who had a daughter, Kimmy.
Wait,
Kimmy was one of the babies who came much later in the show.
Wait a minute. What? I thought... Oh my gosh. I'm gonna just... Come on.
The theory further states that Kimmy was taken away by the French authorities after Kira's drug addiction came to light. But things turned out alright as Kira came to America with Chaz, leaving Kimmy behind. She got a green card, making her an American citizen. She and Chaz lived happily ever after, even though she never overcame her addiction. Super romantic, right? And at least Kimmy didn't die, she just stayed in France. So we have one good thing happening in this theory. Angelica must have heard stories of Kimmy from Kira, and hey, presto, Kimmy came into being from Angelica's imagination. But Let's talk about the twins now. What happened to them? Well, the DeVilles, the Pickles' neighbors, apparently had an abortion. And since Angelica didn't know the baby's sex, as it had never been too early to check, she imagined them as twins, a boy and a girl. Pretty clever if you ask me. Ironically, Dill is the only one thought to be real among the babies. Why? Angelica doesn't get any reaction from him, as he never talks. Unlike the others, this leads her to dislike Dill and take it out on him by hitting him, since she couldn't differentiate him from her creations. Yup, pretty messed up. Remember Susie Carmichael, Angelica's neighbor, friend, and rival, who's always defending the babies from Angelica's wrath? It's said that Susie knew about Angelica's fantasy, played along to make her feel good. Plus, they're kids. It's common to make up stories.
So, she was the only real one with Dill, and all the other one was just her imaginary friends or family. Come on, bruh. This is dumb.
Stories in your head and play them out in real time. And it kinda explains how Susie was a friend and rival at the same time. She was the only one who played along with Angelica's imagination, but she took the wrong side in the imaginational creation. She sided with the babies, not Angelica, making Angelica not like her at some points. But alas, Susie was the only one who went along with this made-up story, so Angelica had to like her to some degree, since she had slim pickings when it came to friends. And the theory still extends to one of the spin-off series, Rugrats All Grown Up. Remember how Angelica was always hitting Dill, who never talks? Looks like it caused Dill to have a brain hemorrhage, which affected his mental development. This made him act weird and wear hats. It also turned him into a social outcast as almost everybody avoided him, according to the theory. Angelica was also diagnosed with bipolar schizophrenia. This could be found in her constant abuse of narcotics as a teenager. One reason for this could be that she didn't want to be without her imaginary creations, the babies who had become teenagers. Angelica considered them her only companions in what she felt was a judgmental world. It was also her own way of dealing with her guilt about how Dill turned out. Her drug addiction, schizophrenia, and personality made people shun her, making her obsess more on the imaginary babies. Her last days were said to have been spent at the back of the school cafeteria playing with her imaginary friends before her passing from a drug overdose when Rugrats All Grown Up was canceled. Susie is said to have arranged her funeral. It motivated her into becoming a psychologist, and Susie and Dill lived happily ever after. And Kimmy too, except she was in France, hopefully with a healthy family at this point. The end.
Not exactly. It's just me and my mommy, and we live in Paris.
Yep, that's it. That's the theory. If you think it's crazy, you're not alone. In fact, many people really believe this theory, and you've got to admit, at first glance, it looks solid, logical, and well thought out. But what do the creators say about it? The creators, Arlene Klasky, Paul Germain, and Gabar Tupo, must have seen the influence the Angelica theory was having on our collective memories. So thankfully, they stepped in to debunk it. Basically, and quite simply, they stated in an interview that many people believe in the Angelica theory, but it is not true. Straight to the point, if you ask me. If you're like us and extremely invested in this theory, you've probably made it this far in the video. Congrats, you want to know more like us. In fact, to add on to what was already confirmed by creators, we took it upon ourselves to look at all of the evidence against the theory itself. And surprisingly, there's a solid handful. First of all, the Angelica theory has only seen the TV movies and later episodes involving Dill, Susie, and Kimmy. But there is an early episode, Meet the Carmichaels, that debunks the Angelica theory pretty well. The episode is where viewers are introduced to the Carmichaels who have just moved into the neighborhood. But something interesting happens in this episode. Susie Carmichael introduces herself to the babies without Angelica being present.
Hi, my name's Susie. What's yours? Tommy.
So basically, if the babies were imaginary, how and why on earth would Susie introduce herself to them? Exactly, she wouldn't. So there goes the piece of evidence regarding the idea that Susie was playing along with Angelica's imagination. And wait, there's more. Check out the dates the babies were supposed to have died. They're always changing, from being in the early 1990s to being in the 1980s. Hence, why didn't we include them in the beginning of this video? There were simply too many discrepancies. The Angelica theory also states that Angelica died at 13 or 15 years of age, around the time the spin-off series, Rugrats All Grown Up, was canceled in 2008. According to the Wikipedia entry on Angelica, she was born in 1991, which would make her 27 at the time of the cancellation in 2008. Even if we use the year of Rugrats All Grown Up, premiering in 2003, that would make her 22 years of age. That's another nail on the Angelica theory. And what about the fact that Angelica was not always with the babies? I mean, come on. If you create something in your mind, you always have to be there. It doesn't work any other way. And there were episodes where Angelica wasn't even present. Her not always being with Tommy and his band of babies is yet another piece of evidence that they weren't imaginary but real. And let's get really specific here. What about Spike, Tommy's dog? Even if humans can fool themselves, animals don't do that. Dogs can't play with imaginary beings unless they are also part of Angelica's imagination, which Spike clearly was not. Like, what about the incessant barking? That's not playing with imaginary friends. It's just barking.
Call off the dog! There you are. Hey, how about spending some time on the water heater? I'm not paying you to play.
What about the scenes of other children interacting with the babies? There are many instances of this in Rugrats.
What
Look
about
at Josh from
it?
the New Kid in Town episode, or Timmy McNulty from the Olympics episode. I don't think all these kids will be into playing along with Angelica's imagination to make her feel better. That doesn't make sense, as some of them couldn't stand Angelica. And how can the adults be caring for imaginary babies, as we're seeing here? And come to think of it, how can a 3-year-old Angelica grasp terms like being stillborn and abortion in order to create imaginations out of them? Doesn't make sense, even if the kid has the highest IQ scores and is a member of Mensa, the so-called club for geniuses.
So
Thanks to a confirmation
technically-
from creators, as well as our own collection of evidence, we can officially declare the Angelica theory as busted. You're welcome. Now we can all go to sleep soundly knowing Rugrats was just a great show about babies. But tell us, what do you think about the Angelica theory? Do you think it's got a sound case, or it's
No.
just a load of baloney? Be sure to let us know in the
Baloney.
comments section below. Thanks for watching, time travelers. Let us know what video you'd like to see next in the comments, and subscribe for more time traveling videos.
This made me mad. Okay, y'all, so that's gonna be the end of the video. This video made me mad, like, but at the end of the day was like, it wasn't true, so it's like, cool, but like, why would you want to think like that? That really made me mad. If you want me to react to another video like that, I wonder if they got one for Care Bears or for, what is it, Powerpuff Girls. That would be super duper cool to react to. But yeah, y'all, later. Thank you for watching my video.